May stage mommy sa side.
Hi, my name is Guzman, and today I am going to be interviewing Mrs. Guzman, who used to work at the PBA for 6 to 7 years. She is now handling marketing for National League as a freelancer. Good morning po.
Hi, Meg. Good morning.
How are you na po?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing okay po. I will start asking you questions na po.
All right.
May
Sige,
I
go.
know, may I know why you chose to work in PBA?
Okay. I chose to work for the PBA not because of my love for basketball. Actually, I didn't know anything about basketball then. I knew a little about basketball then. Tapos, I wasn't also familiar with a lot of PBA players. But, Tita Bebang kasi megas starstruck. So, I just love the idea of working alongside celebrities. In fact, my first job was ABS-CBN kasi I really wanted to be rubbing elbows lang with mga artista. Tapos, kwentuhan kita slight kung paano ako nakapasok ng PBA. Kasi, I remember I was still working in ABS then. A friend of mine bought tickets for the PBA kasi si Kobe Bryant, you know Kobe Bryant, right? So si Kobe was in Manila and he wanted to see him in person. Sobrang, syempre, tas Kobe Bryant, so sobrang crowded yung place. The venue was fully packed. I mean, like, yung line sa labas ang haba. So medyo na-stress si Tita Bebang kasi ang daming tao. So when we were inside finally, I remember my friend was all eyes on Kobe while Tita Bebang was all eyes on the people working behind the scenes. Parang nainggit si Tita Bebang na parang ang sarap naman ng feeling na they were rubbing elbows at Kobe. So I mean, deep inside I was like telling myself, okay, I wanted to be on the same floor where these people were. So malakas pa loob ni Tita Bebang noon. So I gave it a thought. Tapos nag-resign ako sa ABS and then nag-apply ako. So vintage yun actually. Yung vintage sports, wala pang ABS-CBN Sports noon, wala pang sports channel ng TV5, GMA. Vintage was the only legit TV network that covered the PBA. So I worked with them and then after 4 or 5 years, they closed. Tapos, I transferred to the PBA. So that's how I got into the PBA. So it wasn't because of basketball, but it was just because of Tita Bebang, being a fan of, the players also. Yun.
How was your experience working in a male-dominated field?
Okay. One, it was comfortable kasi Tita Bebang didn't have to dress up. Hindi ko kailangang mag-high heels. Hindi ko kailangan magsuot ng hindi ako kailangan mag-makeup. So it was very casual. So sneakers, it was legit for us to wear. Tapos, it was also fun, not boring. Kasi yung work ni Tita Bebang before sa PBA was events manager. So meaning, I was in charge of initiating and implementing activities or events for the players outside of the playing court. Kasi diba, like, when you watch, I'm sure when you watch your kuya play basketball, diba? Basketball lang siya, diba? Pero we had to think of ways to make the players closer to the fans. So we had to find ways to make the players closer to the fans. So that was my task. I was given the responsibility to think of events and activities like mall tour, provincial tour, campus tour, fans day. So masaya siya kasi hindi lang basketball yung iniisip ko. So parang isang buong barkada kami tapos iniisipan ko sila kung anong pwedeng gimmick, kung anong pwedeng event. So it was really fun. Hindi siya boring.
Oh, okay po. What do you think are the positive side of working in a male-dominated field?
Okay. Yung experience ko working for the PBA, I've actually experienced two sides of men eh. Yung one side, yung gentleman side, meaning yung I worked with some men who treated us girls as princesses, meaning they wouldn't let us carry stuff. Parang tapos pag may chair na bakante, they'd offer it to us kasi 'di ba babae. Pero meron namang yung isang side naman, they weren't mean, they weren't rude, pero they're the exact opposite of yung mga gentlemen. So ito yung mga parang walang babae dito. So if they were carrying stuff, I had to carry stuff too. Like kunyari when you go out of town, tapos may mga gamit yung office, kahit na mabigat yung nakikita nila na dinadala ko, hindi nila ako papansinin. Dededmahin nila ako. Kasi that's parang that was their attitude. And ano siya, naging positive sa akin kasi I've learned actually more from these people na, alam mo yun, who treated me like, I was one of the boys. Kasi nung nag-work ako tuloy-tuloy sa events, syempre may mga setup kami, may tents na binubuhat, may mga tables na binubuhat. So if we needed to like move some tables and tents, may mga girls kami sa staff namin na pagka sinabi na, oh sige, usog mo yung table, they won't do it kasi they had to wait for the manongs and the kuyas to carry it for them. Pero because of what I've learned from the PBA, hindi ko na siya hinihintay si kuya at si manong. Parang ako feeling ko, teka lang, kaya natin buhatin yan, buhatin na natin. So, parang mas mabilis yung work ko, mas bumibilis yung paggawa ng work.
What
I
are
also wait, one more. Yung isa ring positive side pala, working with the PBA players kasi, hindi sila maarte. Meaning kasi dun sa compared lang with yung mga artista, let's say sa ABS, ganyan. So syempre parang before a shoot or before an interview, we had to wait like what, an hour or more para nag-makeup pa sila, nag-aayos pa. With the PBA players, kahit pawis na pawis, after the game, alika interview, bilis. So it was an advantage. It was the positive side. Walang kaartehan yung mga players.
okay na po.
Okay, yeah.
What are the negative sides? What are the negative sides? Did you have any challenges working with them?
Yung challenge lang, one was the jealous wives and the jealous fans. Kasi even if you're not doing anything, even if you aren't doing anything, the fact that babae ka, tapos bago kami, I mean, we were like new faces when we worked for the PBA. So right away, yung ibang mga wives nagseselos tsaka yung mga fans if they see you talking to their husband or yung mga idols nila. So parang, bakit nakikipag-usap yan? Parang gano'n. Bakit sino yan? Parang ganyan. So syempre bago ka, so hindi pa nila tinatrust. So naging negative siya or naging challenge siya kasi there was a time when some of the wives requested our bosses not to send girl staff going to provincial games, mga games sa probinsya. And it was a challenge for me kasi yung work ko, mas nag-i-improve ako, mas challenging kasi pag out of town. Kasi like pag out of town, we stay there for like 2 to 3 days the most. So, we had to maximize yung exposure ng player. So, iisipan namin kung ano-ano mga gagawin pa kasi out of town, diba? Since hindi nila kami, may request for us para wala nang issue. May request para sa mga girls staff na wag padala pagka may mga provincial games. Nasa-stop tuloy yung growth namin. Na-stop for a while yung improvement, yung growth namin to improve on our craft. So, alam mo yon, parang okay dito lang sa Manila. Pero eventually, since I worked for Vintage mga 4 years and then PBA mga 4 or 5 years, yung matagal na, at least I was able to get their trust naman. So, nung tumagal na ako, nabaliktad na. So, binibili na nila kay Tita Bebang yung mga asawa nila. O, bantayan mo yung asawa ko pag nag-out of town kayo. Ganun na.
If you're given a chance to change your work, would you still choose to work in a male-dominated field? Why or why not?
Yeah, I'll still choose to work there kasi I've learned a lot from my experience in the PBA. Yun nga, I became tougher, I became stronger physically. Parang alam mo yun, parang hindi, at least nakuha ko yung attitude na hindi ako pa baby pag may work. So, naging advantage yun sa akin. So gusto ko yun. Gusto ko yung learning na yun I got from working for the PBA. Also, I'll share this with you lang, Meg, kasi I'm sure pag nag-work ko, although matagal pa yun, malay mo, baka ma-apply mo rin sa'yo na my very first boss told me na for the secret daw for you to have fun, I mean, the secret daw for you to enjoy your work is to have fun while you're working. So that was exactly what I had when I worked for the PBA. It was such a fun, I was blessed na fun ang environment, yung work environment namin fun. So hindi siya boring. So alam mo yan, I learned to love yung work kasi it was fun. Hindi siya paperworks, ganyan. So may masaya siya. Kaya yon, pagka nag-work ka na, kailangan hindi ka stress masyado ha. Huwag ka magpapaka-stress. Kailangan maghanap ka ng fun while you're working.
Sige,
Yun lang. Thank you, Meg.
Thank you so much for this interview po. I learned a lot from your experiences po. God bless po.
God bless too.